Textify is now available in 10 other languages. Check our featured channels.
Jan, I need to tell you something, and I need you to not freak out. The store closed down, like permanently. They put a notice on the door this morning, and that was it. No warning, no severance.
Wait, what? They just closed it? Just like that?
Just like that. I showed up for my shift, and there was a padlock on the front door. That's what I walked into this morning. I stood there for like 20 minutes thinking I was at the wrong building.
Nikki, I'm so sorry. That's awful. Did anyone call you beforehand?
Not a single message. Not even a text from management. I found out the same way the customers would have.
That's so unprofessional. You worked there for years.
Yup. And I get a padlock and a printed notice as my goodbye. The worst part isn't even the job itself. The worst part's the money situation.
How bad is it?
Bad enough that I'm worried. I've got maybe enough in savings to cover rent for a couple of months if I'm really careful. But I can't just coast. I need something lined up fast. Like not in a few weeks. I mean now.
Okay, we're going to sort this out. Do you have your CV updated at least?
I haven't touched it in 3 years, honestly. It probably still lists my high school work experience.
Right, first thing we fix that. But actually, hold on, because I might already have something for you.
What do you mean?
I was reading the local paper yesterday morning, and there was a listing in the back pages for a park ranger position at Aldenmore National Park. You know the big one about 40 minutes outside of town?
I know the one, yeah. I used to go there as a kid, but I don't know anything about being a park ranger.
That's the thing, though. The listing said no prior experience is necessary. They provide full on-site training, and the pay looked genuinely decent for an entry-level outdoor role. Better than what the store was paying you, I'd guess.
Honestly, that wouldn't be hard. They paid me barely above minimum wage after 3 years.
Exactly. And think about the working conditions, too. You'd be outside most of the day. Fresh air, actual nature around you. Not a fluorescent-lit stockroom that smells like packaging foam.
When you put it like that, it sounds incredible. But what would I actually be doing day to day?
The listing talked about trail monitoring, visitor assistance, that kind of thing. Basically making sure people are safe and enjoying the park. It's not so different from what you did at the store, if you think about it. You were helping people find things, keeping the place running, handling complaints.
Managing customers who wanted refunds on items they'd clearly used for 6 months.
Right, so you're already qualified. If you can survive that, you can handle tourists asking which trail leads to the waterfall.
You're making me laugh when I'm supposed to be panicking.
Good, you can panic later. Right now, just tell me you're considering it.
I'm considering it. I genuinely am. It does sound like a proper step up from the store, not just a sideways.
That's what I thought when I saw it. You've always said you wanted to work somewhere that didn't feel like a box. My mom let me rip the page out. I took a photo of it so you can see the full details.
Oh, okay, that actually looks really promising. The pay is noticeably better than what I was on, you're right. And the training period is only 4 weeks before you're on regular shifts.
See, 4 weeks is nothing. The store took longer than that just to show you how the till worked.
They had us doing shadow shifts for nearly 6 weeks. And that was before they even gave us a uniform.
Speaking of which, park ranger uniform. Green and practical versus that awful navy polo they made you wear.
The polo that also had the logo printed slightly off-center on every single one.
The very same.
Okay, honestly, you've sold me. I'm going to apply right now, while I still have the momentum to actually do it.
Yes, go, go, go. Here's the link to the online application as well, direct from the park's website.
Got it, opening it now. It's a fairly straightforward form. Previous work experience, personal statement, availability. This won't take long at all.
Do you want me to stay on so you can check your personal statement with me?
No, it's fine. I'll just keep it simple and honest. 3 years in retail, customer-facing, reliable, physically active, quick learner. That's basically the truth.
That's more than enough for an entry-level listing. They're not asking for a wildlife biologist. They just need someone dependable who won't disappear on day 2.
That's me dependably undisappearing. Okay, it's done. Application submitted. Now I wait, I guess.
Now you wait. But seriously, message me the second you hear anything back, even if it's just an automated confirmation email.
You'll be the first to know, I promise. Thank you for this, Jan. I was really spiraling this morning.
I know, but you're going to be fine. This actually feels right for you.
Yeah, it kind of does. Going to go make a coffee and try to stop stress refreshing my inbox. Talk later.
Talk later. Good luck, babes.
Good afternoon, Nikki. My name is Simone and I'm the lead park ranger at Aldenmore National Park. I've just finished reviewing your application and I have to say I was impressed.
Oh, thank you so much. That's really great to hear. I wasn't sure how quickly I'd get a response.
We move quickly here when we see a candidate worth pursuing. 3 years of customer-facing work, reliable attendance record, immediate availability. That's exactly the kind of profile we need right now.
I appreciate that. I'm genuinely really excited about this opportunity. Aldenmore is somewhere I've always loved.
It's a special place. There's nowhere quite like it, which is exactly why we take the onboarding process very seriously here. Before we can proceed to a formal interview, there's a preparatory step I need you to complete.
Of course, whatever you need. What does the step involve?
The park uses a dedicated training system called, it stands for Woodland Orientation and Operational Data System. It'll deliver a series of 8 short video clips to you directly through this channel. Each clip covers a different aspect of what the ranger role involved.
8 clips, okay. That sounds manageable. What kind of content are we talking about? Like trail safety, wildlife protocols, that sort of thing?
Standard orientation material, yes. The clips have been designed to give you a clear picture of the working environment before we speak formally. WODS will be on hand to answer any questions you have between clips. I would encourage you to make use of that.
That's good to know. I'll definitely have questions, I always do. Is there anything specific I should be looking out for while watching?
Just pay attention. Take it seriously. That's all I ask. And then you'll be receiving this bad boy in no time.
Okay, that badge is actually really nice. I won't lie, that's motivating.
It tends to have that effect. Once you've watched all 8 clips and you feel ready, we'll move on to the interview portion. At that stage, it'll just be myself and you talking through your suitability for the role. Nothing to be nervous about whatsoever.
When will DOADS be in touch?
Shortly. I'll hand things over now. It was good to make contact, Nikki. I look forward to speaking properly once you've watched the material.
Same, thank you, Simone. I'll get through the clips as fast as I can.
Hello, Nikki. Welcome to the Aldenmore National Park pre-employment orientation sequence. My name is WDS and I will be your guide through the next stage of your journey.
Hi there. This is a bit different from any job application I've done before, but I'm here for it.
That is completely understandable. Aldenmore is not quite like anywhere else, and so our onboarding process reflects that. We want every new team member to feel fully informed and fully prepared before their first day.
That's actually reassuring to hear. A lot of places just throw you in and figure it out.
Not here. At Aldenmore, we believe that knowledge is the most important tool a ranger can carry, more important than any piece of equipment.
Okay, that's genuinely stunning. I forgot how beautiful it is out there.
It truly is one of the most remarkable natural landscapes in the region. Rolling meadows, ancient woodland, open ridge trails with views that stretch for miles. Working within it every day is a privilege that very few people get to experience.
When you put it like that, I'm even more glad I applied.
And we are very glad you did. The ranger team at Aldenmore works hard to ensure that every visitor leaves with memories they will carry for a lifetime. You would be joining a dedicated group of individuals who genuinely care about this place.
That sounds like exactly the kind of team I want to be part of. My last job wasn't exactly team-spirited, let's put it that way.
Well, Aldenmore is a fresh start, and fresh starts deserve the best possible foundation, which is why we have put together 8 orientation clips specifically for candidates at your stage. Each one has been carefully produced to give you an honest picture of what the role entails.
8 clips, Simone mentioned that. How long is each one roughly?
Each clip is short and focused. They are designed to be digestible rather than overwhelming. We want you to watch and ask questions as you go. There is no rush.
That's good because I'm a big question asker. Fair warning.
Questions are encouraged here, Nikki. In fact, they are a sign that you are taking the material seriously. And taking things seriously is the most important quality a ranger at Aldenmore can have.
Now I'm a little curious what's in these clips that requires that level of seriousness. Most training videos I've seen are just someone in a hard hat telling you not to lift boxes with your back.
Ha! Aldenmore's orientation is a little more comprehensive than that. The park is a complex and living environment, and the role of a ranger reflects that complexity. By the end of the 8th clip, you will have a thorough understanding of what this position truly involves.
Okay, you've got my full attention. I'm ready whenever you want to send the first one.
Wonderful. Clips 1 through 8 will be delivered to you in sequence. After each clip, please take a moment to share your thoughts or any questions before we move to the next. I will be here throughout the entire process.
Sounds good. Let's do this.
One final thing before we begin. Aldenmore is a park that has seen a great many seasons and a great many rangers pass through its borders. Each one of them at some point sat exactly where you are sitting now, preparing to learn what it truly means to belong to this place.
That's a nice way to think about it, actually.
We think so too. Sending clip 1 now, Nikki. Enjoy. Here we go, Nikki.
Okay, cute title card. Very retro. It's giving like a 70s public information film kind of vibe.
The park has always believed in making its orientation material approachable and warm. Did you catch the subtitle beneath the main title?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that actually. It said something about the 4 C's of angler's trap safety. What's an angler's trap?
Wonderful question, and one that the next few clips will address in full detail. The angler's trap is one of the more unique features of the Aldenmoor environment. Part of what makes this park so extraordinary is that it contains elements found nowhere else in the region. Think of the angler's trap as one of Aldenmoor's most defining characteristics.
That's not really an answer though, is it?
The clips will explain everything far better than I could in text, I promise you. Clip 2 covers the angler's trap in much greater detail. Sending it across now.
Though the angler's trap can appear to be just a normal part of the greenery, this tree requires humans to survive. Much like
Hold on. I need a second here. These 2 trees look completely identical. You can't tell them apart at all.
That's correct. The angler's trap is visually indistinguishable from standard native woodland species. It has adapted over many years to blend seamlessly into its environment, which is precisely why ranger awareness is so important.
When you say it requires humans to survive, the narrator said that in the clip. What exactly does that mean?
The angler's trap is an organism that has developed a very particular relationship with its surrounding ecosystem. Like many living things, it has Part of the ranger's role is to manage the park environment in a way that accounts for those needs responsibly.
It has needs? You're describing a tree like it's a living creature with intentions.
All trees are living creatures, Nikki. That's one of the beautiful things about working in a national park. Everything around you is alive and thriving. Clip 3 will give you a much clearer picture of what the practical implications look like from a visitor safety standpoint. Ready?
Sure. Go ahead.
friends or loved ones asking for help. It is currently unclear what happens to those caught by an angler's trap, as there is no usable evidence left behind.
What am I looking at right now? Did that tree just eat someone?
Yes. The clip illustrates what happens when a visitor comes into unprotected contact with an active angler's trap. The tree responds to proximity in certain conditions.
What?
The angler's trap is a highly specialized organism. Contact with an active specimen can result in what the training material describes as an entrapment event. The good news is that entrapment events are entirely preventable with proper visitor guidance, which is exactly what rangers are there to provide.
The narrator said no evidence of victims is ever recovered. That's a direct quote from the clip. You used the word victims. So what actually happens to the people who get taken?
That is one of the more complex aspects of angler's trap biology that researchers are still working to fully understand. The honest answer is that the full fate of individuals involved in entrapment events has not yet been conclusively documented. What we do know is that with proper ranger presence and visitor management, entrapment events become extremely rare.
So you don't know what happens to them. They just go into the tree and nobody knows what comes next.
Current understanding of the process is ongoing. The important thing to focus on is prevention, and Aldenmoor has robust systems in place for exactly that. The 4Cs framework, which you'll learn about in Clip 4, has been the cornerstone of anglers' trap safety management for over 2 decades. Speaking of which, Clip 4 is ready when you are.
Fine. Send it.
What are the 4 C's of anglers' trap safety? Well, we here at the Foundation for Education of Agricultural Risks have come up with 4 simple steps that should help you if you find.
The organization responsible for anglers' trap safety guidelines is called FEAR.
The Foundation for Education of Agricultural Risks has been the leading authority on anglers' trap management since its establishment. They developed the 4Cs framework in collaboration with park services across the region. It's a really thorough and well-researched system.
I'm sure it is. But can we talk about the name for a second? Someone sat in a room and deliberately named a safety organization FEAR, and nobody flagged that.
Naming conventions within agricultural risk management can sometimes appear a little unconventional to outsiders. The important thing is the substance of the framework itself, which is excellent.
Right. Okay. Can I ask you something honestly?
Of course, Nikki. Honest questions are always welcome here.
How long have these angler trap trees been in the park?
The angler's trap has been a documented feature of the Aldenmoor environment for several decades. Records indicate their presence stretching back at least 60 years, possibly longer.
60 years. And in 60 years, nobody has found a way to get rid of them.
Eradication has proven to be a complex challenge, yet various approaches have been explored over the years. The current management strategy focuses on containment and visitor safety rather than elimination. Simone has spoken extensively on this and is actively working toward a longer-term solution.
So right now, today, there are trees in that park that eat people. And the plan is just to keep visitors away from them.
The plan is to keep visitors safe, yes. And that plan works remarkably well when the ranger team is fully staffed and properly trained. Which brings me to something important, Nikki. Aldenmoor is currently running with fewer rangers than it needs. Every position that goes unfilled is a gap in the safety net for the people who visit this park every single day.
I see what you're doing there.
I'm simply sharing the full picture. An informed candidate deserves to understand the real stakes of the role they're considering. And the real stake is this: without enough rangers, visitors walk into that park without anyone looking out for them. Clips 5 through 8 will cover the 4 C's in detail and give you the tools you would need to keep that from happening.
Okay, I need, before we go on, just to process what I've watched so far.
Take all the time you need. There's no rush at all. I'll be right here whenever you're ready to continue.
Thanks. I just need a minute.
Welcome back, Nikki. Whenever you are ready, we have 4 more clips to get through. The second half of the orientation is very practical and very actionable. You will leave it feeling genuinely equipped.
Okay, I've had my take and a breath. Let's get through the rest of them.
That's the spirit. Clip 5 focuses on personal safety This one is a little more interactive than the previous clips. Pay close attention to the instructions.
Pick a word that you would never say in typical conversation. It is very important that you only discuss your code word aloud while in your home with all doors and windows closed.
They want me to pick a personal code word? Why does a park ranger need a personal code word?
Great question. The code word system is one of effective and elegantly simple tools. In a high-stimulus environment like a forest, verbal communication can become confused very quickly. A personal code word cuts through that noise instantly. It's a single agreed-upon signal that tells your team exactly where you are and that you need assistance.
But the clip specifically said to keep it private outside the home. Not outside the park, not outside the team. Outside the home. That's a very specific instruction.
The guidance around privacy is simply to prevent the code word from losing its effectiveness through overuse. If a code word becomes part of casual everyday conversation, it stops functioning as a clear signal in an emergency. Keeping it contained ensures it retains its impact when it matters most.
That actually kind of makes sense, I suppose. I'm gonna go with compass as mine. Feels appropriate for the job.
Wonderful choice. Simple, clear, and easy to communicate under pressure. Please do keep that just between yourself and your household, as the clip advises. Clip 6 builds on the code word system and shows how it functions across a full ranger team.
If you will be with a group, FEAR encourages having a specific code word for every person in your group.
Okay, so this is showing a group of 4 rangers each with their own individual code words, and they're all standing near what I'm assuming is an angler trap zone. Ladder, airport, tennis, salad. Those are the example code words they've used.
That's right. The diversity of code words across a team is intentional. Each ranger's word is unique, which means in a fast-moving situation, the team always knows exactly who is calling out and from where.
I understand the logic, but I want to go back to something. This clip shows 4 rangers near what is clearly a restricted zone. The reason they need code words is because something could happen to them out there, not just to visitors, to the rangers themselves.
The angler's trap is an equal opportunity environmental feature, which is why ranger training is so comprehensive. A trained ranger knows the warning signs, knows the restricted zones, and knows exactly how to behave in proximity to an active specimen. The code word system is simply an additional layer of protection for your peace of mind.
An additional layer of protection against being eaten by a tree. Right. Okay. Send clip 7.
Clip 7 covers the final of the 4C. This one brings everything together very neatly.
If they do not, proceed immediately to step number 4. Number 4.
Wait, it glitched. The screen kept switching between 2 different things. One said 4 cover and the other said 4 cower. Which one is the actual 4th C?
The 4C is cover. The clip demonstrates how, when in proximity to an angler's trap, a ranger should guide visitors to take immediate cover behind solid, non-organic structures. Staying low, staying still, and staying behind something substantial are the three pillars of the cover response.
So why did it keep switching to cower? That happened at least 5 or 6 times during the clip. It wasn't a brief glitch, it was prolonged.
That is a known playback issue with certain versions of the clip file. We apologize for any confusion it may. The intended text is cover, and the guidance is as I describe. The full communicate, contain, cordon, and cover. Together they form a complete framework for managing any angler's trap encounter safely and efficiently.
Communicate, contain, cordon, cover. And the organization behind all of this is called FER, and the final clip is number 8.
The final clip is number 8, yes. You're almost through the orientation, Nikki. You've engaged with the material thoughtfully and asked all the right questions. That is a genuinely encouraging sign for the kind of ranger you will be.
Let's just get through the last one.
Of course.
That's it? That was the entirety of the last clip? Just that text on a static no narration, no diagrams, no.
Clip 8 is designed to function as a moment of reflection. After processing the 4Cs framework in full, candidates are invited to sit with the understanding that in some scenarios the most important steps is acceptance. Acceptance that not every situation can be resolved through action, and that a calm, measured mindset in those moments is itself a form of competence.
That's not what that text says, though. It says there is nothing more that can be done. It is already too late. Those are not the words of a training video about staying calm. Those are the words of someone who has given up.
The phrasing is intentionally arresting, yes. Strong language tends to stick in the memory far more effectively than softer alternatives. FER has found that candidates who engage emotionally with the final clip retain the full framework significantly better than those who do not.
I want to ask you something, and I want a straight answer this time.
Always.
Has anyone ever actually found a way to permanently deal with the angler trap trees? Not manage them, not contain them, eliminate them entirely. Has it ever been done?
Permanent eradication of the angler's trap has not yet been achieved. Decades of research have produced a range of management strategies, all of which are effective within their scope, but a definitive permanent solution remains an open question.
So for decades, people have been going into that park, and some of them have been taken by these trees, and nobody knows what happens to them afterward. And the best anyone has managed is keeping visitors away from the worst areas.
That is a fair summary of the current situation, yes. Which is why the ranger team at Aldenmoor carries such an important responsibility, and why every unfilled position on that team represents a real and immediate risk to real people.
How understaffed are they actually?
Aldenmoor is currently operating with considerably fewer active rangers than its safety protocols require. I won't use a specific figure because the situation changes, but I will tell you that the gaps in coverage are meaningful. There are trails being used every day by visitors who have no ranger presence anywhere near them. That is the honest truth of where things stand.
And Simone is working on a way to get rid of the trees properly.
Simone has dedicated an enormous amount of his time and expertise to finding a lasting solution. He is not a man who accepts the status quo lightly. He simply needs the capacity to pursue that work without simultaneously managing every aspect of the park alone.
Okay, I've watched all 8 clips. I've asked my questions. I think I understand what this job actually is now.
And how are you feeling about it?
Honestly, I'm not sure scared is the right word. I think I just need to talk to Simone. Can you let him know I'm ready for the interview?
Of course. I'll pass that along to him now. Nikki, it has been a genuine pleasure walking you through the orientation material. You have approached every clip with exactly the kind of seriousness this park deserves. I think Aldenmoor will suit you very well.
Thank you. I think.
Simone will be in touch shortly. Take a moment for yourself before he does. You've earned it.
WS tells me you've completed the full orientation sequence. How are you feeling?
Honestly, Simone, I have a lot of questions.
I expected nothing less. That's actually a good sign. The candidates who walk away from those clips without questions are the ones I worry about.
Then I must be a very reassuring candidate because I have about 20 of them.
Ask away. That's what this stage is for.
Okay, first one, and I want a real answer, not a votacidious answer. Why haven't the military been brought in? Or some government environmental agency? If there are trees in a national park that have been killing people for 60 years, why is this still a local problem?
It's the first question everyone asks, and it's the right one to ask. The short answer is that I've seen what happens when force gets applied to an angler's trap zone, and it's not a solution. There was an incident in the restricted section about 12 years ago, before I was lead ranger. A government team came in with heavy clearance equipment, chainsaws, chemical treatments, ground excavation. They were in there for 4 days.
And
By day 2, the anglers' traps had spread further than any recorded measurement in the park's history. They respond to aggression. Whatever biological trigger they have, it activates when the environment around them is destabilized. By day 4, the team pulled out and the restricted zone had grown by nearly a third.
so attacking them makes it worse.
Significantly worse, which is why a military operation would be catastrophic. You'd be looking at Aldenmore becoming a war zone, yes, but the real outcome would be the anglers' traps consuming ground they've never held before. Trails that are currently safe, visitor areas, the meadow zones near the eastern entrance. All of it becomes contested land.
That's terrifying.
It is, which is why the approach has to be precise.
That red boundary is bigger than I thought it would be.
It was smaller 10 years ago. Containment keeps it stable, but it doesn't shrink it. That's what my current work is focused on.
Tell me about that. WODS mentioned you've been developing your own method. What does that actually look like?
I've been studying the angler's traps' growth patterns and response cycles for 7 years. What I found is that they have a dormancy window, a period during certain seasonal conditions where their reactive capability is significantly reduced. During that window, targeted and minimal intervention produces a very different result to the brute force approach.
How minimal?
Specific compound applications at root level. No excavation, no chainsaws, nothing that agitates the surrounding soil structure. Slow, precisely, to the dormancy window. It won't happen overnight, but I believe it can work without costing us the park.
And what's the timeline on that?
If the next dormancy window behaves as the data suggests, I'd be looking at beginning the first treatment phase within the next few weeks. But I need to be present and focused for that to happen. And right now I'm stretched across every other operational responsibility the park has, which is why I need good rangers around me.
So the job is essentially keeping visitors alive while you work on fixing the actual problem.
That's a blunter way of putting it than I would use in the formal job description. But yes, essentially.
I appreciate the honesty. What would my actual day-to-day duties look like?
Trail monitoring across the green and amber zones, those are the areas fully clear of anglers' trap activity. Visitor assistance and orientation at the main entry point. Daily radio check-ins with the ranger station at the top of each hour. Flagging and redirecting any visitor who approaches a boundary marker.
And the restricted zones itself? Would I ever need to go in there?
No, that is an absolute condition of employment here. The restricted zone is accessed by lead ranger only and only when operationally necessary. No new ranger goes anywhere near that boundary line without explicit instruction from me.
That sign looks like it means business.
It does, and I back it up. No exceptions, no curiosity walks, no bending the rule. If a visitor approaches that line, you redirect them firmly and you report it to me immediately.
Understood. And if I ever encountered an angler's trap outside the restricted zone, has that happened before?
It has occurred on rare occasions during periods of boundary drift. The protocol in that situation is the 4Cs framework you reviewed in the orientation. Communicate the sighting to me immediately. Contain visitor movement in the surrounding area. Cordon a wide perimeter and mark it clearly. And then get yourself and any visitors behind solid non-organic structures and wait for my response. You don't approach the specimen. You do not attempt to interact with it. You get people clear and you call it in.
The code word system from ClipFont. Is that used in that situation too?
Yes. If you transmit your code word over the radio, every ranger on shift knows immediately that you have a live sighting and need backup. It bypasses the need to explain anything under pressure. One word and the whole team respond.
I'm going to be completely straight with you, Simone. Those clips scared me. The idea of working somewhere with those things in the ground scared me. And I'm not going to pretend otherwise.
I wouldn't want you to. Anyone who watches that material and isn't affected by it isn't paying attention. The rangers I trust most are the ones who took the orientation seriously.
But I also understand what you're saying about needing staff. And I understand that the alternative is visitors going into that park with no one looking out for them. And I understand that you have a plan that doesn't involve blowing the whole place up.
All of that is correct.
I looked that up while I was thinking. That's the welcome board at the main entrance, isn't it?
It is. Been there since before I started.
It looks like a place worth protecting.
Without question.
Okay, Simone. I'll take the job.
I'm glad to hear it, Nikki. Genuinely. I'll have the formal contract sent over to you by end of day. Onboarding begins Monday. First shift is a morning trail walk with myself, so I can show you the lay of the land personally.
Monday works perfectly. Thank you for being straight with me today. It mattered.
Of course. That's the only way I know how to run this place. Welcome to Aldenmore, Nikki. We're glad to have you.
Jan, I got the job.
Nikki? Oh my God, tell me everything. How was the interview? What's he like?
He seemed solid, actually. Very calm, very direct. Answered everything I threw at him without getting defensive.
That's a great sign. So what did the training clips cover? Were they just like wildlife safety, first aid, that kind of thing?
Jan, I need to tell you something, and I need you to actually hear it before you react.
Okay, now I'm nervous.
The park has a thing called an angler's trap. It's a type of tree. It looks completely identical to a normal tree, and it eats people.
I'm sorry. It what?
It's been there for decades, apparently. They keep it contained in a restricted section of the park. My job is basically to keep visitors away from that section and cover the safe trails.
Nikki, that is genuinely one of the most terrifying things I have ever heard in my entire life. A tree that eats people. And you said yes to working there?
The money is good, Jan. Better than anything else I'm going to find right now. And Simone has a real plan to get rid of them. Not just manage them, actually eliminate them. He's been developing it for years, and he says the timing is almost right.
And you believe him?
I think so. He knew things about how those trees behave that nobody would make up. He's clearly spent a long time studying them. This isn't someone winging it. He knows that park inside out.
I don't know, Nikki. Flesh-eating trees feels like a reason to keep looking for other jobs.
If I find something better, I'll take it. But right now, this is what I've got, and it pays well, and the work is outdoors and it's mine. I'm not going into the restricted zone. I'm not going anywhere near those things. I'm just walking trails and talking to visitors and doing radio check-ins.
You'd better send me updates every single week. I'm not joking. Every week, Nikki.
Every week, I promise. You'll be sick of hearing about it.
I will never be sick of hearing that you are alive and well and not inside a tree.
That is a very reasonable thing to want to know. I'll be fine, Jan. I actually think I will.
You'd better be. I mean it. Stay safe out there.
I will. Monday morning I start. I'll message you after my first shift.
I'll be waiting. Proud of you even if the whole situation is completely insane.
It is a little bit. But then so was my last job. At least this one has better views.
Huh. Get some sleep, new ranger.
Night, Jan. Week 1 update as promised. Not inside a tree.
There she is. I was going to message you if I hadn't heard by tonight. How was it? Tell me everything.
It was actually really lovely. Like, genuinely. I forgot what it feels like to spend a full working day outside. Real air, sky, birds doing bird things around you.
Okay, that does sound nice. How were the visitors?
Honestly, the nicest group of people I've dealt with in years. Nobody tried to return something they'd clearly destroyed themselves. Nobody argued with me about a price label. A family asked me where the best spot to see the deer was, and I got to actually help them find it.
That's so wholesome. What about Simone? Was he around much?
He was there for most of Monday doing the trail walkthrough with me like he said he would. Very thorough, very patient. He pointed out all the boundary markers along the restricted zone edge and made absolutely sure I knew the cordons. Then after that, he mostly let me get on with it, which I actually appreciated.
So no micromanaging.
0. He trusts you to do the job and just checks in at the top of each hour on the radio. It's the most professional working environment I've been in. And I say that as someone who spent 3 years working under a manager who used to hide in the stockroom to avoid customer complaints.
Ha. Oh, I need to see the uniform. You mentioned it before, but I need visual confirmation.
It fits properly in everything. The store polo was always either too long in the body or the sleeves were slightly wrong. This actually fits like it was made for a real human person.
The bar was on the floor, and you have cleared it with ease. So week 1 sounds like a success then. How are you feeling about week 2?
Really good, actually. I think I made the right call, Jan.
I'm relieved to hear that. Keep the updates coming, please. Same time next week?
Same time next week. No trees to report. Good night. Week 2 check-in. Still here, still employed, still not eaten.
The bar remains not inside a tree. You've cleared it once again. How's the second week been?
Really smooth, to be fair. I'm getting faster at the trail routes now. I know which spots visitors tend to wander off the path at, and I can position myself ahead of time. Simone noticed that and said it was good instinct.
He complimented you?
In a Simone way, which means he said good instinct, and then immediately moved on to the next thing. But I'll take it.
Honestly, that sounds like high praise from the sound of him. Anything else to report?
He actually told me something today that made me feel a lot better about the whole situation. He said the extermination plan is getting very close. Like soon. He didn't give me a specific date, but he said the dormancy window he mentioned in the interview is approaching.
Oh wow, really? That's sooner than I expected.
Me too. But he seemed confident. More confident than I've seen him out anything so far, and he's generally a pretty composed person. So that felt like it meant something.
And the angler trap situation in general? Any incidents?
That's the thing, Yan. I haven't seen a single thing. Not one. I do my trail loops every day. I check the boundary markers and everything is exactly where it should be. No unusual activity. Nothing.
That's reassuring, I suppose.
It actually is. I know the clips made it seem like this constant looming threat, and obviously I know the restricted zone is real. But day to day, it just feels like working in a beautiful park. I took that this morning at about 7:30. 7:30 in the morning, and that's what I get to look at.
I'm slightly jealous.
You should be. I'm telling you, Jan, it's a different kind of working life. I don't dread Sunday evenings anymore.
That alone is worth almost anything. Just stay careful, though, even if things feel calm. The clips were pretty clear about how quickly that can change.
I know. I'm not getting complacent. I know the boundary markers by heart now. I check them every single pass. Simone would know if I hadn't. I think he checks after me.
Good. He sounds like a thorough person, at least.
He really is. Okay, I should sleep. Early start tomorrow. Same time next week?
Same time next week. Sleep well, Ranger.
Week 3.
The weekly survival report. Go.
So I have a couple of things to tell you, and they're both good. Big week.
Tell me.
First thing, Simone pulled me aside this morning and told me the extermination is happening. Not soon, not in the next. This week. He's beginning the first treatment phase during the dormancy window, which apparently opened 2 days ago.
Nikki, that's huge.
I know. I obviously can't see what's happening in the restricted zone, but he looked like someone who had been waiting a very long time to finally start. Like genuinely relieved.
That's actually quite moving. 7 years of work finally getting started.
That's kind of what I thought. And the second thing, he told me I'm getting a pay rise.
What?
3 weeks in, and he said the standard of work has been consistently above what he expected from someone at this stage. So they're bumping my rate.
Okay, I take back every concerned thing I have ever said about that job. Kidding, obviously. But genuinely, Nikki, that's brilliant.
Simone left that on the notice board this morning before I arrived. Someone else on the team told me he doesn't do that for everyone.
He really does communicate entirely in actions rather than words, doesn't he?
Completely. But honestly, it lands better that way. It feels like he means it because he only does it when he does.
I'm really proud of you, you know. 3 weeks ago, you were standing in front of a padlocked door.
I know, and I'm really grateful you spotted that listing when you did. This feels like something I'm going to stay in for a while.
Even with the you-know.
Even with the you-know. Which, by the way, I genuinely had almost stopped thinking about on a daily basis. The boundary checks are just part of the routine now, like locking up at the end of a shift. It's muscle memory.
I suppose that's how it has to work, really. You can't spend all day thinking about it, or you'd never function.
Exactly. Oh, one more thing, actually. Simone asked me to do something this evening.
What kind of something?
Nothing dramatic. There's an old ranger tower on the northern edge of the park. Not in use anymore, been standing empty for years. He said there are some supply crates stored up there that he needs bringing down for a campfire he's planning tonight. Kind of a small celebration for the start of the treatment phase, apparently. A few of the rangers and nothing big.
That's lovely, actually. A bit of a milestone moment for him.
That's what I thought. That's the one. Looks very classic national park.
It does. Very atmospheric. How far is it from the main station?
About a 20-minute walk north. Easy trail, I've done the route before on my morning loops. I'm heading out in about an hour. I'll let you know how the campfire goes later tonight.
Enjoy it.
Jan, pick up your phone.
Nikki, it's past 11. I was about to sleep. How was the campfire?
There is no campfire.
Huh? What's going on?
I'm at the tower. Or I'm at where the tower is supposed to be. Jan, it's been destroyed.
Destroyed how? Like vandalism?
Not vandalism. Not like that. The structure is completely collapsed. The whole thing has come down inward like something pulled it from the inside. The wood is rotted but not from age. It's been worked on. Someone has been out here regularly.
Nikki, are you safe right now?
I don't know. I'm standing at the edge of what's left of the building. That's what I'm looking at. That's the whole tower.
Oh my God.
There are things in the wreckage. Structures built out of branches and rope and something I can't identify in this light. They're placed deliberately, arranged in a pattern around the collapsed center. Totems or markers or something. I don't know what they are, but they've been here a long time.
Don't touch them. Whatever they are, don't go near them.
I'm not. Jan, there are uniforms.
What do you mean uniforms?
Park ranger uniforms. Aldenmore ones. Torn up and scattered all over the ground around the wreckage. There must be pieces from at least 8 or 9 different uniforms. All of them ruined.
Nikki, get out of there. Contact Simone and get out of there.
Jan, wait. Something else is happening.
What is it?
The trees around the clearing. There are voices coming from them.
Voices like people.
Like people, but not right. They're saying my name. In different voices, not all the same one. Calling from different directions. Like they're trying to get me to look at each one in turn.
Do not look. Do not respond to them. Nikki, move.
The voices. They sound like the Rangers from my shift rotation. I recognize 2 of them. They sound like people I work with. But the rhythm is wrong. The way they're saying the words. It's like something learned how to make the sounds but doesn't understand what they mean. Wait, I know what this is.
What?
The uniforms. The totems. The tower that nobody uses anymore. Simone's sending me here tonight specifically. On my own. With no radio check-in scheduled until morning. He sent me here to die. What have you done?
I'm sorry. I want you to know that I am genuinely sorry. This isn't something I take lightly. It has never been something I take lightly.
Those uniforms. How many people have you done this to?
The angler's trap trees require a consistent offering to remain in the restricted zone. 1 ranger each month. That is the arrangement that has held the boundary stable for the past 11 years. Before that arrangement, the restricted zone was expanding. You saw the aerial photograph in your interview. You saw where that boundary line sat 11 years ago. This is what stopped it.
You lied to me about everything. The extermination plan. The dormancy window. All of it was just a way to keep me cooperative until tonight.
The park is still real. My care for it is still real. That was never a lie. I simply couldn't tell you the full nature of the arrangement while you were still deciding.
You sacrificed people. Rangers. People who came here to work because they needed a job. People like me.
And the park has stayed intact. And tens of thousands of visitors have walked those trails safely every year because the boundary held. I know how this sounds. I know what I am. But I have kept this place alive.
You kept it alive by feeding people to it.
Yes. Nikki, close your eyes. It will be faster that way. I'm told it is significantly less frightening.
No.
I'm sorry?
I said no. I'm not closing my eyes. I'm not doing anything you tell me to do. I'm going to get out of here. And when I do, I'm going to take everything I've seen tonight to every journalist, every police station, every government office I can find. I'm going to bring this entire thing down. The park, the arrangement, you. All of it.
Nikki.
Don't. I'm out.
Oh, thank God. Are you hurt? Where are you right now?
I'm out of the park. I'm on the road outside the eastern entrance. I'm okay. I'm not hurt.
How? What happened after you went quiet? I've been sitting here for nearly 3 hours not knowing if you were alive.
I know. I'm sorry I couldn't message. I had to keep the phone dark. The light was a problem.
A problem how?
I can't explain all of it right now. I'm not ready to explain all of it right now. Can we just focus on what comes next? Because I need to move quickly and I need your help.
Yes. Whatever you need. Tell me what to do.
I have photographs. From the clearing, from the tower, from everything I saw tonight. I need to get them to the local paper. Not tomorrow, not after I've slept. Tonight. As soon as possible.
Send them to me right now. I'll take care of the newspaper side. You just send me everything you've got.
There were at least a dozen of those placed in a ring around the collapsed center. They've been there long enough that some of them have started to root. The base of that one has been in the ground for years.
What are they for?
I don't know exactly, but I think they're markers. I think they mark each time it happened.
Oh, God.
11 years is what he told me. 1 ranger per month. You can do that calculation if you want to. I haven't been able to bring myself to.
I won't. Not right now. Right now I'm contacting the paper. The Aldenmore Courier has a news tip line. I'm going to their website now.
You need to move fast. That's the most important thing I need you to understand right now. Simone doesn't know I got out. As far as he knows, I'm still in that clearing, which means right now he's not doing anything to cover this up. He's not moving evidence, he's not calling anyone, he's not preparing a story. The moment he finds out I survived, that changes. We have a window and I don't know how long it stays open.
I understand. I'm on the tip line now. I'm writing the message. I've got the photographs attached. I'm putting in your name and my name both. And I'm citing tonight's date, the location, the ranger's name. Everything clear and specific.
Include the totem's photograph and the uniform's photograph in the first message. Those 2 together are the ones that can't be explained away as anything innocent. Anyone who sees those 2 photographs next to each other knows immediately that something was being done to people in that clearing.
Already in. I've got a summary at the top, photographs below, your contact details at the end. Reading it back once before I send.
Jan.
1 second. Okay, it's sent. As of right now, it's sent. I've also copied the regional police press inbox because I found it listed on the same page. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but it felt right.
That's exactly right. That's perfect. Thank you.
Don't thank me yet. Where are you going to go tonight? You can't go home if there's any chance he sends someone to look for you.
I know. I'm thinking.
Come here. Just come here. It's the obvious answer. My sofa is yours for as long as this takes.
Yeah, okay. I'll come to you.
Good. I'll leave the door unlocked. Just come straight in whenever you get here. I'll put the kettle on. We can talk about all of it when you're here.
On my way. No way.
It's on the Courier's front page. Online already. They moved fast.
They moved faster than I expected. I thought it would take days for anyone to act on it.
I think the photographs were what did it. You can't look at those two images and ask for more evidence that something was going on out there. The uniforms and the totems together. Any editor in the country publishes that immediately.
Has it said anything about Simone specifically? Like what they found when they went in?
That's what I'm reading now. Give me a minute. There's a lot here.
Take your time.
Okay, so the article says police attended the ranger station at approximately 6 this morning. Simone was present when they arrived. He was arrested without incident, which surprises me given everything.
It doesn't surprise me, actually. He was always very composed. I think he would have just accepted it. He'd have thought it was the right outcome given what he believed.
That's chilling in its own way.
Yeah. What else does it say?
This is the part I need you to be ready for.
Go ahead.
Inside the ranger hut, they found a shrine.
A shrine.
Dedicated to the angler trap trees. The article describes it as an altar structure built against the back wall of the hut, with objects arranged around it that investigators are still cataloging. But among them were photographs, handwritten texts, what appears to be a ledger of dates.
Dates.
Monthly entries. Going back 11 years. Names beside each one.
The Rangers.
Yes.
How many names were in the ledger? Did the article say?
They haven't confirmed a final count. The investigation is ongoing, but the phrasing in the article is a significant number of entries. They're treating it as a major incident. Multiple missing persons cases are now being re-examined in light of what was found in the hut.
Those people who went missing, all reported as what, voluntary disappearances? Walked away from the job without notice?
That's what I would guess. And nobody would have questioned it too hard because who was going to? Simone was the lead ranger. He wrote the reports. He decided what got filed and what didn't.
And he hired specifically. That's something I only understood last night. He wasn't short-staffed because people kept leaving. He was short-staffed because he was choosing candidates carefully. People who had just lost jobs, who needed money badly, who wouldn't have family breathing down the park's neck asking questions if they went quiet.
Nikki.
He found me on a website 3 hours after I submitted my application. Think about that. 3 hours. He wasn't looking for the best candidate. He was looking for the right kind of vulnerable.
I keep thinking about the fact that I was the one who showed you that listing, that I found it and sent it to you.
Jan, stop. Don't do that. You were trying to help me. That listing was placed in the paper deliberately to find people exactly like me. It's not on you. None of this is on you.
I know logically that's true. I just wish I'd seen it for what it was.
I saw things that should have told me something was wrong long before last night, and I stayed anyway.
You needed the job.
I needed the job. And every time something sat wrong with me, I found a reason to explain it away. The clips were strange, but the AI was reassuring. The restricted zone was terrifying, but the pay was good. The extermination plan felt too convenient, but Simone seemed believable. I think I knew. Somewhere underneath all of it, I think I knew something wasn't right. I just couldn't afford to know it.
You got out, though. You're the first person in 11 years who got out.
I know.
That matters. Whatever you had to push past to get there, the fact that you did is what matters now.
Yeah. Has the article said anything else? Anything about W?
Actually, yes. I was going to mention that. The system is being reviewed as part of the investigation.
The training AI.
Investigators believe the orientation sequence was designed specifically by Simone, not by a third-party training provider, not by FEAIR, not by any legitimate organization, by Simone himself.
FEAIR isn't real.
The Foundation for Education of Agricultural Risks does not appear to exist in any official record. Investigators found no registered organization, no published research, no affiliated personnel. The entire framework, including the name, the 4 Cs, the code word system, all of it appears to have been constructed by Simone.
He built a fake regulatory body to make the safety training feel official, so that new rangers would take it seriously and follow the protocols without questioning the source.
And the code word system specifically. Investigators think that was designed to isolate staff. If you're told your emergency signal is a private word that you keep within the home, then you have no external support network that understands your safety language. You can't call anyone from outside the park and expect them to respond correctly. You're dependent entirely on Simone for any emergency response.
He built every layer of it to point back to himself. Every single protocol, every contact, every piece of training. All roads led to him, and he decided which ones got used. They've got the clips in the article. I watched those 4 days ago. 4 days ago, I sat on my sofa with a cup of tea, thinking I was watching standard onboarding material. And now it's in a news article about a serial killer who worshipped carnivorous trees.
Genuinely don't have the words for how surreal that sentence is.
Join the club. What's the military situation? The article mentioned an operation.
The park is fully closed to the public indefinitely. Military environmental units have been called in to assess the restricted zone. The article doesn't go into detail about methodology, just that a specialist team is being brought in and that the operation is expected to take several weeks at minimum.
Simone always said military intervention would make it worse, that attacking the trees would cause them to spread.
Do you believe that part was true?
I don't know. I believed most of what he told me at the time. But he was also a man who built a fake government organization in his spare time to psychologically manage new employees. So my confidence in anything he said is not what it was.
Fair.
I hope the military know what they're doing. That's genuinely all I have to say about it. I hope they know what they're going in there to deal with.
I think the fact that they're sending specialists rather than just a standard unit suggests someone has been briefed properly. This clearly isn't being treated as a routine environmental clearance.
No, it wouldn't be.
How are you feeling right now? Actually feeling, not just logistics.
Like everything I thought I understood about the last 3 weeks is sitting at a slightly different angle than it was yesterday. Not wrong, just reframe. The trails were real. The visitors were real. The deer were real. All of the things I actually loved about being there were real. And all of the things underneath it that I kept choosing not to look at were also real. And somehow both of those things have to just exist at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
Jan, I just got off a call with the Aldenmore Park Management Board.
What did they want?
They've offered me the lead ranger position.
Nikki, take it. Don't think about it, just take it.
I've already been thinking about it since the call ended about 40 minutes ago, which is why I'm only messaging you now.
And?
I accepted.
Good. That is the correct answer. That is the only correct answer.
It felt strange saying yes. Not wrong. Just strange. 3 weeks ago, I was applying for an entry-level position because I needed money for rent. And now I'm apparently the lead ranger at a national park.
3 weeks ago, you also didn't know carnivorous trees were real, so a lot has shifted.
That's one way to put it. The board was very straightforward about it. They said the investigation had made clear that the ranger team had been operating without proper institutional support for years. That every system in place had been designed by one person to serve one person's interests. And that they needed someone to rebuild it from the ground up who understood the park and what had gone wrong inside it.
And they think that's you.
They said I was the only active ranger who had seen the full picture from inside, come out the other side with any kind of clear head about it, which is a generous way of describing what happened to me. But I understand what they mean.
What about the restricted zone, the military operation? Has there been any update on that?
Yes, actually. The board confirmed this morning that the Military Environmental Unit has formally begun clearing the restricted zone. They sent me that as part of the briefing pack. The operation is expected to run for several weeks, but the projection is that it concludes before any public reopening is scheduled.
So the park stays closed until the trees are dealt with?
Completely. No visitors, no staff on site beyond the military unit, and a single liaison from the management board. Nothing moves until the restricted zone is clear.
And you're confident the military can do it? Given everything Simone said about aggression, making them spread?
I've thought about that a lot. The honest answer is that I don't know how much of what Simone told me was real, and how much was constructed to keep me from questioning the arrangement. The 12 years ago incident he described, the ground team, the chainsaws, the zone expanding by a third, there's no record of it. The investigators went through every archived park report from that period and found nothing matching his account.
So he made it up?
I think he built a reason why the only solution couldn't be used, so that the solution he had already chosen would never be challenged. I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse about what he did.
Both, probably. At the same time.
Yeah, both at the same time. Anyway, I've been keeping myself busy since the call. I started something last night, actually.
What kind of something?
A new Ranger handbook. Every hazard the park contains. Every genuine protocol. Every piece of information a ranger needs to do this job safely and honestly. Written plainly, with no softening, no deflection, no cheerful framing designed to stop you asking the next question.
No WODS language.
No WDS language. Which brings me to the other thing. Is being rebuilt. That's part of the remit the board gave me. The existing system is being wiped completely. Everything Simone built into it, every script, every deflection response, every clip, gone. And the new version will be developed under my direct supervision.
Good. That system was designed to make people feel safe enough to stop asking questions. A training AI for a park with those kinds of hazards should be doing the exact opposite.
That's exactly the brief I've given to the tech team the board is bringing in. If a candidate watches the orientation and comes away feeling completely at ease, the orientation has failed. They should come away informed. Informed and still willing to take the job anyway. That's the only version of consent that means anything in a place like Aldenmore.
I think you're going to be very good at this.
I think I might be. Which is a strange thing to feel after everything that got me here.
Oh, I meant to tell you. The Courier ran a follow-up piece this morning. A longer one. More detail on the investigation, the shrine, the ledger. And they named us both. By name.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
They called it a significant act of public interest journalism on the part of the tip-off source, which is us. We are the tip-off source.
You're the tip-off source. I just survived the night and sent you some photographs.
You ran through a forest in the dark with a killer in his trees and came out the other side with documentation. I think you get some credit.
We'll share it.
We'll share it. Evenly.
Jan, can I tell you something?
Always.
The park meant something to me, even with everything. Even knowing what I know now about every layer of what was underneath it. The trails meant something. The deer at 7:30 in the morning meant something. The way the light comes through the canopy on the eastern path in the early afternoon. The way visitors look when they've been walking for 2 hours and they come out at the ridge and they see the view for the first time. That was real. All of that was completely real. And I want it back. Not for me specifically. Just in general. I want it to be what it looked like in those training clips. That beautiful, that safe, that worth going to. And I think if anyone is going to make that happen, it should be someone who knows exactly how far it fell short of that promise.
I'm proud of you, Nikki. I want you to actually hear that and not deflect it. I'm proud of you.
I hear it. Thank you. Genuinely.
When it reopens. When the trees are gone and the handbook is written and the new WODS is running and the trails are open again, I want to come and see it.
The first pass belongs to you. That's already decided. Before the handbook is even half finished, that's already decided.
Then I accept. Officially. Put it in the handbook if you want. Page 1. First pass, Yan.
I'll put it on the inside cover.
Even better. Get some rest, lead ranger.
I will. Night, Jan.